Hey everybody, in our last video we were sending Robespierre to the guillotine, and that event is pretty much going to signal the end of the Reign of Terror and transition us to the next phase of the French Revolution called the Directory. So let me go ahead and work my way over to the whiteboard here. So there it is, guys, the Directory. 1795 to 1799 is pretty much going to be a transition from the radical phase of the revolution to the Napoleonic phase. And during that time, France is going to be governed by an executive committee of five. And in fact, that committee of five has made my whiteboard. There they are, guys, the committee of five. Now, I have to admit, no, they're not Louis XVI, but, not many people are. But the committee of five was certainly prestigious enough to make my whiteboard. So they're going to be the five people that pretty much run France during this transition period. So let me take you over to a little bit further over here. I wrote a few key events and ideas down. I think I would say if there's one word I could use to describe the Directory, it would be more moderate. Okay, so it's a reaction against the extremism of the radical phase, and now more moderate elements of the government take over, okay? The terror ends, churches reopen, they write a new constitution, and this new constitution actually took away some rights from the people. For example, it certainly definitely limited voting rights and made way fewer people in France eligible to vote. So the Constitution definitely took some power away from the people and brought it back more into the hands of the government. And France still has a lot of problems during this time period. I mean, they still have war. They still have economic problems at home. I would say if there are some words that I would use to describe this time period, it would be things like uncertainty, fear, corruption. There was fear of a possible return to previous policies of the monarchy. There was fear of a possible return to the more extreme elements of the Reign of Terror. So, and then of course there was also a lot of corruption during this time. So all those things combined, it was a transition phase. And of course, towards the end of it in 1799, an individual that we will be talking about, Napoleon, is going to come onto the scene fresh off his victories in battle in the military, and he's going to come in 1799 and participate in a coup of the government, an overthrow, and then he's going to take over from about approximately 1800 to 1815. So if I move over here to the whiteboard, there he is. Well, he's not there yet. I said that's. I guess I meant the white space on the board. There it is. That will be filled with Napoleon soon. So quick review, guys, because I'm big into review. We started way back, right? Louis XVI, absolute monarchy. We transitioned to a more moderate phase of the revolution. We talked about some of those key events. We then went to France becoming a republic in the radical phase. Of course, the Reign of Terror ultimately comes to an end. We're moving to the Directory. That's about a 4 or 5 year time period. And then, of course, our last video then will be on Napoleon, and we'll get into some of his some of the key events surrounding him and some of the things that he did in our next video. So hey, look forward to it. We'll see you then.